I'm going to have to ask you to tell me the story again because I'm a little confused. Aunt Maxine and Uncle Punch. And then my mom got her house from what, Uncle Bill?
Yeah.
Am I mixed up? Who are these in relation? And they're not related to Boswells.
Aunt Nellie.
Heidi, Ashley, and Sam. What was their mother? Sherry.
Yeah.
They're Boswells.
Right. But
you were telling me about like Punch and Maxine. I got confused about how would I know them, or I never met them.
Well, I was just boarded from one person to the other.
Yeah.
Aunt Gladys came and said she was going to just take me for the weekend.
Yeah, you said your mother didn't want anything to do with you, kind of, sort of, and you were like teenage years.
And Gladys said, well, Jean, you don't ever have to go back.
Oh, wow. Pack your shit.
Yeah, so you can just stay here. Well, she had a son, Bobby, and he was an alcoholic.
Mm-hmm.
And he had parties all the time.
Yep.
And what happened was...
Sound like Katie's brother.
She had taken her watch off in the bathroom and put it on the back of the toilet.
Yep.
Somebody stole it.
And it went missing at the party.
And
she accused you.
Yeah. And that's whenever she told me I had to go.
This was your mother accused you? Or who? Gladys or
Gladys,
Maxine?
my mother's sister.
Okay, Gladys was your mother's sister. So she was the party thrower.
Yeah.
And her watch went missing. And she just pinned it on you without proof or evidence or anything.
Right. So that's whenever she told Maxine she didn't want me there no more.
Oh my God. And how old were you then?
I don't remember, honey.
Like 15 or 16, you think? Or you think 14?
No, I was a little bit older, I think. Cause
Maybe you were almost 17 or 18.
I went to work.
Oh, okay. So you had a job then.
Yeah. At a restaurant.
So Gladys was your mother's sister. Now, how did Aunt Maxine come in and Uncle Punch? They adopted you, kind of, sorta, or took you in?
Aunt Maxine was Gladys's sister.
Okay.
And like I said, she had one son, and he was an alcoholic. He had parties all the time.
That wasn't Bill, no.
No. So that's whenever she told me she couldn't keep me, and she asked Maxine to take me.
Mm-hmm.
That's how that come about.
Yeah.
And I was grateful for that.
Yeah.
Because Bob, he was an alcoholic, and he had parties all the time.
And you said somebody was like a floozy or a trollop. Who was that? A female who had a lot of men coming and going. Was that same Gladys, or was that your mother, or who?
No, that was Gladys.
Gladys was that one.
Sister, yeah.
Now, okay, explain to me, Uncle Bill, that my mom got her house off of. How are we related to that one? And what's his wife?
Aunt Nellie and Uncle Bill.
Okay, Aunt Nellie, Uncle Bill.
Yeah.
Were they from the farm and industry?
No.
Related to Boswells?
No, they had that house.
Okay.
Your mother's house.
Yes. So how are we related through marriage? Are they related to the Glover side?
Aunt Nellie?
Or your side?
Yeah. My mother's sister and Aunt Nellie were related.
Okay.
And as I said, Uncle Bill and Aunt Nellie, they had a bunch of kids.
Mm-hmm.
And Dolores was one.
Dolores.
Yeah, was one of their daughters.
I don't know if I ever met them, and if I did, I can't remember. There was a time I was up at Mom's, and somebody come to visit, and she was telling me these people used to live in the house. Do you remember that? Were you there for that? Was that them?
Yeah.
There was 3 boys, though, I thought.
I don't remember that, but I remember them coming, wanting to see the house where they were raised.
Yeah, I thought it was Uncle Bill and Nellie's. Maybe they had sons, or you can't recall.
Yeah.
I remember there always being, when we had the gardens and you guys would rototiller stuff, I remember finding glass bottles, and we always found lumps of coal and something about
Because
Uncle Bill buried trash.
Buried their garbage. They didn't have a garbage man.
What the hell?
Yeah, he just would dig a hole,
And bury trash.
put the trash in there and cover it up.
Is that not illegal?
Oh, yeah, but that's what they did. They didn't have a trash person.
And then wasn't it to Mom's yard or her backyard? Wasn't that a coal mine once upon a time? Or like the volcano back in the woods?
More back in the woods. Yeah.
Well, I wish I could remember
But
them. I'm not remembering
You
them.
figure where Ron's truck is a little bit beyond that up front.
Uh-huh.
And clear back to the end. She owns all that.
Yeah. I can hear a woodpecker up in the woods.
Got good ears, buddy.
It's up by Ron's truck, up that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.